What's up, guys? It's your boy, MC. MC Plays D2. I think that's the name I'm supposed to be going by these days. Anyways, back at you with another quick hit. We're going to do a quick show of a budget Horker starter Barbarian, okay? Very niche. But I was thinking about something, and as the new season starts and things like that, people are going to want to be able to do Trav and Horking, obviously, with all the buffs from this most recent season and such, is really, really, really good. So I took my Barbarian, who is an absolute stunner normally, and I stripped him down and I did some cool things, and I want to show you what I have on, and then we're going to complete this. It is likely that you'll have better gear than this once you start doing this. So I'm trying to simulate that with a couple things, okay? So bear with me. So what you need, the most expensive piece that you'll need is probably the grief, okay? The grief is the important piece based on how this weapon works. This is just, it's too much. It's too OP. You just have to have the grief. So then I got a Shaco, nothing in it just yet. I got a Guardian Angel, nothing in it. I got a High Lords, that might be the second most expensive piece, but I think fairly manageable early season. Maybe, maybe not. Ultimately, your amulet, if you can get what have you, increase the skills. If you can get something like that on an Ami, maybe if it's even war cries. I'm not even going to use war cries in this tutorial, so this piece is up in there. But I'm going to use High Lords for this video. I got a Storm Shield with an in it. I think Storm Shield's also fairly manageable early on. If not, the easy the easy substitute would be to just put a Spirit Shield on. That would be perfectly fine. Gore Riders, very, very achievable, 1 to 2 days in the season. Here's a 10 FCR ring. I just have this on. This also has some resistances. Again, I'm kind of simulating here. If you're playing this tune and it's like your only tune and you're trying to really magic find with this Barb, you're gonna have resistances here in your charms and things like that. String of Ears, very manageable piece as well. This one happens to be perfect. 8 life leech. Again, some of this stuff, right? These pieces are all interchangeable. What I'm trying to show you here is that with this budget build, you'll be able to somewhat comfortably handle Travincal time after time. So this is a dual leech ring. Also, I don't think this is crazy to have at a fairly early point in the season. This one also isn't crazy, max 3 and 5, 3 mana, 5 life, not insane. And then lastly, the laying of hands, also a piece that 48 hours into any Diablo 2 season, everyone has this. So I think the key pieces here are definitely the grief, the GA, very manageable, but really pumps up those resistances, those max resistances. And when you have, you'll have a full slate of grand charms that you found and large charms potentially that have all these resistances available to you. This piece will really shine. Again, you could have something in your Shaco. You might have a Raz Jewel. Like I'm trying to really make this very attainable, very easy. So if you don't know how to build this character, this is the standard. This is inspired in part by Maxroll, just the standard Whirlwind Barb. You kind of grab, you max Blade Mastery, grab a point into each of these other ones. Stamina, speed, Iron Skin, and Natural Res. Again, here I could have allocated more points to Natural Res. Didn't do that, right? We got Whirlwind at 24. We got Berserk at 16. And then we max Battle Orders only 24 as well. Fine Potion max as well. Just trying to show you that with these skills in these positions, right? Your find item isn't as high as the 70 and however many percents we can get it up to, 75, but 52% is still pretty good. And so basically the build does this pretty effectively. So all we're gonna do here is, I'm not even gonna do my, war cries, because this character, like I said, is pretty in-game. He's got the double huddles. I think that's kind of unfair in this case. So we're just gonna do this bare bones. He's got 1300 health. I got a couple reviews. Hopefully I don't die trying to show you guys this, because that would suck, because he's level 94. But we're gonna go for it. Oh, I forgot to show you the charms I have as well. I'll do that in a sec. I think I left an Annihilus on to get some more resistances, because I did this once off cam and it wasn't quite as pretty. But again, we're trying to simulate here what's going to happen when you have a decently geared character. I don't even have a Raven Frost, so I'm getting frozen in this. But again, you see them falling. I mean, you can kind of separate them off. Boom, we're using Berserk on the left click. We're right clicking the Whirlwind, get our life back. Boom. So that's Travincal, right? Once we get them isolated, we can kind of just Berserk them down. Twosie. And this becomes pretty simple thing, right? You got a ton of gold off of that. And now's the fun part. So now we just hork all these corpses. I'm assuming I don't have these Hodos. Blah, 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 right? Just make it happen. Pretty simple. That run yielded us nothing. I did see a Grand Charm though. So I'll grab that. And we're out of here. The long and short of it is, that's pretty simple. That was like literally way worse than you'll probably be in what position you'll be in, based on the fact that I didn't use any battle cries, any battle orders. You'll have those. My resistances, I'll show you here, aren't super great. Again, fire, you'd probably have fire max by the time you're in hell with a barbarian early on in the season. Probably have lightning maxed. And so the only other thing I should mention is I do have a Geeds here that doesn't do anything in regards to this exercise. Whoops. And I did have this Annihilus Charm on for the extra 15 res. It's 1 plus the skills as well. But again, you can see, I mean, my skills at max, the ones that I did max, which certainly includes Whirlwind, is only level 24, right? So this character is, in my opinion, very budget, very manageable for, you know, an early season Barbarian that you're going to want to do some magic finding on. And as you saw, he was able to handle Travincal pretty easily. Yeah, I recommend this. I think this is a cool build idea. Tell me what you think in the comments. And I will also show you in another video, probably coming out tomorrow, what this looks like with all of this stuff. So like once you get the Enigma, if you want Bulkathos, you know, I got a ton of 7MF charms, you know, a Barb torch, it's lush. An Arachnid Mesh, right? We'll get to that one tomorrow. Let me just think about the budget, Travincal Barbarian, Whirlwind Horker Barbarian, and Trav, and yeah, cheers. Yeah, cheers.